Welcome to Aptitude for Placements, and my name is Ranjit. I have conducted this aptitude training program at various engineering colleges all over India, and every year thousands of students get placed by attending this aptitude training program. Here you will find all the questions that are commonly encountered in most of the aptitude tests. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of these tests. So just familiarize yourself with all these questions and you will have a clear advantage when you attempt your actual placement test. Let's start. Seven students, namely P, Q, R, S, T, U, and V, have shown interest to join a quiz team. You need to select exactly 5 students to form the quiz team. The following rules are to be followed. If P is selected, T cannot be selected, which means that both P and T cannot be selected. So if P is there, then T cannot be selected. So both P and T cannot be selected. If Q is selected, then U must also be selected. So Q implies U. Now it is not necessary that Q should be selected, but if Q is selected, then U should also be selected. Now if Q is not selected, U may or may not be selected. The only condition is if Q is there, then U should also be there. If R is selected, T must also be selected. So R implies T. So if R is selected, T must also be selected. It is not necessary that R is selected, but if R is selected, then T should also be selected. We have got all the rules. We can start now. Identify a valid team of 5 members. Now all these conditions have to be satisfied. So we'll eliminate those options which do not satisfy all these conditions. So let us start with the first one. Both P and T cannot be selected. So here both P and T are there. That is not allowed. Here only P is there. That is okay. Here both P and T are there. That is not allowed. Here neither P nor T is there. Here only T is there. That is okay. Next condition is that if Q is there, then U should be there. Q is there, U is there. Q is there, U is there. Q is there, U is there. Okay. Now if R is there, then T should also be there. Here R is there, T is not present. So B is wrong. R is there, but T is not there. So D is also wrong. So the only possible answer is option E. If R is selected, which of the following must be true? Now if R is selected, compulsorily T should also be selected. And if T is there, then P cannot be selected. So basically if R is selected, then P cannot be selected. So what must be true is P is not selected. That must be true. Other options may or may not be true. What must be true is P is not selected. If P is selected, identify a student who cannot be selected. If P is selected, T cannot be selected. Now if R is selected, compulsorily T should be selected. And since T cannot be selected, R cannot be selected. So the person who cannot be selected is R. So option B, R is the right answer. If V is not selected, identify a student who cannot be selected. Now altogether 7 students are there and you need to form a quiz team of 5. So selecting 5 is same as omitting 2. So exactly 2 of the students have to be omitted and 5 of them have to be selected. Now V is not selected. So V already has been omitted. Now identify a student who cannot be selected. Now assume that P is selected. If we select P, then T cannot be selected. If P is there, T cannot be there. So T cannot be selected. So T has to be omitted. Now if R is selected, compulsorily T should be selected. Now T cannot be selected because P has already been selected. Since T cannot be selected, R also has to be omitted. R cannot be selected. So if P is selected, V, T and R, three of them will be omitted, which means that we'll have only 4 people, and that is not allowed. So basically P cannot be selected. So identify a student who cannot be selected. That has to be student P. That is option A. P is the right answer. Let me briefly explain how to prepare for your aptitude test. First of all, you need to familiarize yourself with all the questions that have been worked out here. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of the aptitude tests. After that, you need to attempt practice tests. According to me, you need to attempt at least 10 practice tests before your actual placement test. Here, I will be giving you 10 practice tests, and these practice tests will be ideal for you to improve your test scores. The 10 practice tests are available at a cost of only Rs 200. So all that you need to do is make a payment of Rs 200 either through Google Pay or through PhonePe or through Paytm, and you will receive the 10 practice tests. The details of the payment comes next.